Hey guys, it's Nailfilina. Welcome back to my channel, or if this is your first time, welcome. If you would like to see how I do this set from start to finish, just keep watching. So this is a pop-off set, so I put 2 layers of top coat on my nail beds and cured before applying my tips off camera. The base of this set will be Soft Peach from Not Polish. Not Polish is a very beginner-friendly brand. I had noticed my application improved so much as soon as I started to use their powders. If you are a beginner, you definitely want to start out by getting a good acrylic because first off, you're already learning. You don't know how to lay acrylic. You're already learning how to lay acrylic. You do not want to get an acrylic that is extremely hard to work with because then at that point, it's like a double negative. Like you're learning and then you're struggling because the powders are crap and it's just hard to work with. So I learned that early on, and I'm telling you, as soon as I started using these powders, everything changed for me. You just don't want to start off working with really, really awful acrylics. So now that I have my application down and I know how to work well with acrylic, even crappy acrylics, I can maneuver them and know what to do and how to work with them. So I would definitely recommend finding a really good powder to start off with, even if it's just buying one and just using that same jar just to practice, practice, practice. You won't regret it, and your application will come out completely different than it did before. I don't know if I said this in previous videos, but the brush that I am using is from Acrylic Co. It is a size 16. I have been working with a size 16 basically since not too long after I started. I know a lot of people use like a size 10 or 12 to start out, but like early on, I just felt like this brush is way too small. Like it was just so hard to work with. So if you're struggling with your application, it might be the size of your brush. You might need to go up, you might need to go down. So you want to take that into account as well. But this brush from Acrylic Co., I'm telling you, I've used like 20 different brushes and none of them compare to this brush. So if you are looking for a good acrylic brush, you definitely need to try this one out, and I'll put it in the description box below if you want to check it out because yes, I'm not affiliated with this company in any way. It's just I love this brush that much. I've had people buy it and tell me like, wow, like that brush is the best one I've used. Like, I'm gonna let y'all know. I'm gonna give you all the tea. There's no gatekeeping over here on this channel. I'm gonna let y'all know what works and what doesn't, and I'm not gonna sugarcoat anything. And I know a lot of people ask me like, what kind of bead method do I use? I'm a big believer in use as many beads as necessary. Of course, the goal is really a 3 bead method, especially with this length. But as you can see, like right here, I didn't grab a big enough bead, so I had to add some to the bottom, which is no big deal. But there's no specific amount of beads or, oh, you have to do 3 beads. You can do as many as you need to achieve the look that you're going for. I know some people like a bigger apex. I like a more natural apex on my nails, so you won't see me building too much of an apex in the apex area. A lot of this stuff, once again, is personal preference. Whatever works best for you. If you've seen any of my previous videos, you do know that I cap all my sets in clear, even my cover powders. And the reason why specifically for me capping my cover powders is I do a lot of French tips. I do a lot of ombres, and I run through nudes extremely quickly, and I have specific nudes. Once I find a good nude, I stick to that nude. I just stick to it, and because I'm a big believer in if it works, why change it? So I don't want to run through all of my cover powders when clear powders are extremely cheaper. So that's pretty much it really. And then on top of that, like when it comes to any set, I don't like any like dents or unevenness in my nails. And clear powder is so easy to work with. I just go ahead and just one bead the whole nail and get the clear to go over top. It'll cover all those imperfections and it just leaves me with a smooth nail. If that makes sense, but of course this is a personal preference thing. It works well for me. I know it doesn't work well for everybody. I've even seen people like they'll do their whole sets in their one color and then they'll go back and cap all their nails. Instead of like how I do it, I go ahead and cap it while I'm doing that nail. So everybody does everything differently. Okay, y'all, when I got to this finger and my pinky, I started struggling. Like, my hands were like cramping. I don't know, does anybody else, does that happen to them? I don't really do my nails that often. So, but now that I'm doing YouTube, I wanted to go ahead and make as much content as I can. So that's why I was like, let me just go ahead and start doing my nails. That way I can make a whole bunch of content because a lot of the times my clients will come in and just get super basic sets. So I don't really want to record and post those. They're boring. I do a lot of repeated sets as well. So, and I love the fact that whenever I do my nails, I freestyle and just come up with my own designs. Um, and throughout the process, I just make up the designs as I go. So this is also a good way for me to like get my creative side out, I guess. this is application. It's definitely giving. I love getting my application perfect. I really take my time just because now whenever I go to file, there's barely anything that I need to do. So that's what I meant by work smarter and not harder. If you take your time and get the application just right, you won't have to do too much when it comes to filing and using your drill. I do use a 100 grit or a 180 grit from Sally's The Beauty Secrets file. I believe this one is just 100 grit. But yes, I love 100 and 100, 180. I feel like that is just the perfect grit for filing nails. It's not too rough and it gets the job done. For me, filing and shaping is probably the hardest thing when it comes to doing my nails. Comment below and let me know what's the hardest part for you when doing your nails. Is it nail art? Is it application? For me, it's definitely filing. Like, my hands be all over the place. My fingers be twisted. It's just a lot. Like, it stresses me out. This part really stresses me out. But, like, I cannot not have a crisp shape. So, like, it's do or die. Like, we got to get this done. I can say that it does help me when using an acrylic jar to, like, place my finger on it. It, like, stabilizes my finger. It's just extremely helpful, especially when it comes down to filing the free edge, trying to get that free edge super sharp. So if you're struggling with filing your own nails, definitely pull out an acrylic jar and rest your finger on it and file that way. It definitely helps a lot. So whenever I do go in with my drill, I do use a sanding band 180 grit sanding band just to seal the cuticle and just to go over the nails. Um, if my application isn't as smooth as I would like, I would have already took my file and hand filed, so that way I don't even have to use my drill to do any debulking. I only pull my drill out really just to get the seal the cuticle, and then of course to go underneath the free edge and make sure that free edge area is super crisp the way I like it. Okay, now I'm about to start the wood grain nail. I did try to do the wood grain nail just with the acrylic as the base, and it didn't work as well as actually painting a nude on and then going back to do the wood grain effect. And don't come for my painting skills because, y'all, I don't do gel nails. I suck at gel. I'm super shaky, which is crazy because I do a lot of nail art. But yeah, I'm super shaky. I hate painting, to be completely honest. But yeah, so I painted the nail, then I cured it for 60 seconds. And what you're gonna do to achieve this wood grain look is just place multiple colors of browns on the nail. Just do little squiggly lines on the nails. Um, just try to space them out between like dark browns and light browns. And then you're gonna take, this is the baby blender brush from Nails by Dev, and you're just gonna like smear them in together. With all the colors mixing, it just makes that like wood like look. And of course, after you do this, you're just gonna go in and start defining some of the lines. A lot of this is back and forth, blending and defining lines and just going back and forth until you get the specific desired look that you're going for. But yes, pretty much it's just a lot of blending. I feel like the more layers that you do with this look, the more it looks like wood, if that makes sense. And I did just go ahead and cure that for 30 seconds. Now I'm going back in and taking my dark brown and just defining some of the lines. When you do this defining, it gives the wood more like of a textured look. And right now it looks kind of crazy, but I'm telling you, once you matte top coat it, then you'll be looking like, dang, this really does look like wood. I don't think this design will look right shiny, in my opinion. Because wood is not shiny in general. So if you are gonna do this wood grain look, it would need to be a matte nail. And all the polishes that I am using, all the browns to achieve this look, they are Nailed by Nailz polishes. So I will put them down below. You can use code Nailfilina for money off. Now I am applying Nails by Dev's matte top coat. It is a wipe top coat, so you will have to wipe it afterwards to get that matte look. Normally for this look, I do use sugar glitter, but this time I used pixie crystals. I just thought it would be cool, like a more textured look. I've had these nails on for 3 days now, and the pixie crystals are still on. I was really worried about that, like they were gonna fall off, but they didn't. So, and I think it's cute. It gives it more like of a different texture look. And for this nail, I am doing an icicle French. So I'm gonna outline the French right now, and then go back and do like the little like falling icicle. I saw Grabbers by Mix do this, and I was like, I have to have that nail on my set. It was just so cute. So shout out to her. Now I'm just going to take my Sugar Effect glitter from Not Polish and pour it all over the Icicle French. And then you are going to cure it. I didn't show that I cured it, but I did. And then here's me just dusting it off. So pretty. Like, oh my God. I'm obsessed with this whole set. Now right here, I'm going to do a sweater French tip. When you're doing your sweater French tip, you're going to want to do your French, of course. So I'm going to do my whole French and fill it in. Right here, I'm making sure that both of my Frenchies are like leveled, if that makes sense. I don't want one to be deeper than the other, so that's the way that I do that, just to make sure that they're pretty even. I'm really, really annoying when it comes to French tips just because I do them so often. So like I take so long on them because I want them all to be perfect. If you're that person that says, oh, French tips are easy, I promise you it's not. Like, it's probably one of the hardest things, in my opinion, to do, just to get every single French looking exactly the same. And right now I'm just going to fill it in. And after I do fill this in, you're going to go ahead and cure it and then top coat it. You always want to top coat your nail before you go back and do any kind of 3D design. Because if you try to top coat it after you do that 3D design, you'll lose the 3D effect. It won't look like a sweater nail. And of course, after you do your 3D design, your sweater nail, you want to go ahead and take clear acrylic powder and just pour it over top. Now I'm going to add some rhinestones on these two fingers. I did do the middle finger and the pinky finger off camera because it's the same thing as the thumb. My go-to glue is the gem adhesive from Nailz by Dev. I'm telling you, your rhinestones will not go nowhere using this stuff. I live by this stuff. So if you're having an issue with your client's rhinestones falling off, you definitely need to check out her glue. I'll link that below as well. I'm really just here to help y'all, show y'all what I do, show you the products I use, because I had to learn all of this on my own. I didn't have anyone to help me learn how to do nails. I learned how to do them on my own. I didn't ask any questions just because I saw a lot of people asking questions and these bigger nail techs just were not answering them, were just flat out ignoring them. So I've always just wanted to be the type to help out as much as I can. I remember saying, like, once I get good, I can't wait to help other nail techs. So yeah, and right here, the nail is already top coated. So you want to make sure if there's any extra glue around, just take some alcohol and wipe that excess glue off. So that way you don't have to try to top coat that nail again, because it will be a struggle trying to top coat it and not mess up your design. And when my nails are all finished, I do go back and file the free edge one more time just to make sure it's super crispy. If you do any nail art, any gel on the nail, it will definitely take away from the shape. So this is just bringing back that shape if I lost it. It just makes everything more crispier. I just want some crispy behind nails, y'all. So yes, if your nails aren't as crispy as you'd like them to be, definitely try filing at the end. It does not make any of my polishes chip. I know I get that question a lot. And this is the final product. I'm obsessed. They're giving winter cabin vibes. This is my favorite time of year. Let me know what you want me to do next down below. Thank you so much for watching, and don't forget to subscribe. Bye, guys.